This is another beautiful instrument from the famous maker Ronisch. It's almost the name on everyone's lips, but believe me, there are many beautiful German makers. Some of them that we stumble across, we think to ourselves, never heard of this maker. And when you start to take the instrument apart and we look at it, it's a classic like so many others. So buying a piano just on the name isn't as wise as it sounds. All the German pianos from the famous makers and the famous piano centres were usually beautifully made, and if they've been looked after through their lifetime, they're usually certainly worthwhile restoring. So Ronisch, a 2 crown this time, and this is the last instrument that I've finished. This had to be stripped and refinished again to give a nice polish and appearance to it. Very easy to look after too, the modern finishes. Not like the old French polish where if you leave a glass or someone forgets and puts something on top during a party, there's no little white ring forms or anything. It's very easy to look after. So inside this instrument we'll have a quick look just to show you what's being done. It's not as big as some of the Ronisch instruments. A 2 crown is a beautiful model because it's easy to place in the home, not too big from that point of view, but still has characteristic Ronisch and German piano sound. And this instrument, I've gone through and replaced all the hammers and the dampers and all the working kit leathers and the tapes and everything you'd expect to be done. Also, we also put special attention into all the bearings and centres, as they're called. They're the moving parts, the pivots that the hammers will operate on, and all the other corresponding parts of the action. So, beautiful piano Ronisch. This is a lovely instrument. It's a real gem, and it was a pleasure to work on. Beautiful always down through the bass. Here's a good test of a good bass. We run the tenths down. Beautiful rich sound right through the instrument. So that's Ronisch 2 crown. Once again, that instrument would come to you delivered and tuned, fully guaranteed. No time limit to our guarantee, as you may have noticed in 1 or 2 of our other little presentations on pianos. And all the instruments too come with a nice little key cover, which we actually make ourselves. And it's good for the young pianist or whoever's playing to put that back over their keys when you finish playing. Just stops the dust drifting through the keys and building up in what we call the key bed underneath. It's not vital, but it's a nice thing, and I think it's a good tradition too for young people. It reminds them, okay, I'm coming to the piano, have I cleaned my hands and made myself ready for it, because I've got to take this nice cover off. It's just a little tradition. So, and each one is embroidered individually, and my wife does that when she's got time with the 13 children. Which isn't often, but that's nice, and we put our own little logo there, so that if you need me for tuning or any attention, that's always there. So that's a 2 crown Ronisch. What a beautiful little instrument from Germany. Once again, take person right through to professional musicianship, or a lovely thing for a family. If you want to just buy one piano and stay with that piano for a lifetime. The credit for these instruments doesn't go to we who restore them. We're just bringing out, carefully and methodically, what these great makers built into their instruments. The real satisfaction in this field is sitting down and playing an instrument that now sounds something like, we hope, like it did when it was brand new.